training difficulties for so many families? 1, constipation. 2, urinary incontinence. 3, intermittent and or weak stream. And 4, delayed stream. What does this mean for your child? Your child may be having difficulty initiating or maintaining a stream of urine. They may also be having issues starting to urinate. So they have a delayed stream. It is taking longer for their body to respond to their brain telling them to go potty. How can we help? What can we do to mitigate these issues around potty training? Constipation. Work closely with your child's doctor to find a regimen that helps control their constipation. Constipation can be very tricky for very many families. What works for one child does not usually work for another child. So do everything you can to try to keep constipation under control. That does not mean that your child cannot be potty trained even with issues of constipation. We've had plenty of children go through our program who suffered tremendously from constipation and were still potty trained by the time they went to kindergarten. The other thing you can do to help with constipation is give your child longer sit times on the potty chair. Urinary incontinence. Help your child to fully eliminate their bladder. So when you hear the first little tinkle, or if you have a little boy see the first little stream, encourage them to go more. This often takes quite a bit of time. So we give our students up to 30 minutes on the potty chair to stop and go and stop and go. They really need several opportunities to initiate the stream and go before their bladder is eliminated. This will help stop all those tiny accidents in between potty breaks. Control constipation. Do your best to control your child's constipation. It can cause urinary incontinence as well because the blockage in the bowel, when the bowel gets so full, it can press on the bladder, causing your child to urinate or have leaks or diminish the feeling of needing to go. Work with an OT or PT on pelvic floor exercises if you can find one. This is not very common yet, but it is becoming more recognized and people are starting to work on pelvic floor exercises through therapy with children with Down syndrome. We're very excited about that. I hope it becomes more common knowledge. For you today, you don't have time for that to get to put into practice. You need to start your child potty training today. Weak and or intermittent stream. This means that your child's stream is very weak. Sometimes we see little boys even just kind of dribbling, or they stop and go and stop and go. So the stream is intermittent. What you can do to help with that is when you hear your little girls start to tinkle, or if it's a little boy and you can see the tinkle, then you say, keep going, keep on going, keep going. And eventually they do start to figure this out and they will be able to prolong their stream, and the stream does get stronger. I've seen it for child after child. So it's worth the time to try to get your child to keep going. It takes a while before they really start to understand what you're asking of them, but once they do, it's wonderful. The other thing you can do for a weak or intermittent stream is allow more sit time on the potty chair. This allows them to stop and go as many times as they need, building the brain-body connection. When you give your child enough sit time on the potty chair, it allows for their brain and body to control all the functions that are needed to go potty on the potty chair. But your body has to relax certain muscles and tighten other muscles to be able to go potty on the potty chair. So their body and their brain just needs a little bit more time to coordinate the whole process. And when given that time, they become faster and faster because they become better coordinated at it. And what used to be 30 minutes on the potty chair becomes 20 minutes, then 10, then 5, and then automatic. When we have 5-year-olds who are getting ready to go into kindergarten, they are able to walk into the bathroom, pull their pants down, go potty, pull their pants back up, and go and wash their hands and be right back out in the same amount of time it takes their typical developing peers. This is what we want for our students. So if we start young and we start to support their physical needs, they do become faster and independent in the bathroom. What would happen if we started to support their physical needs around potty training? And this is what happened. Child after child after child became potty trained between 2.5 and 5 years old. That was so exciting.